There is a guy called Monkey D. Luffy who wanted to become the king of the pirates. So he set sail to find the One Piece, which is a treasure left by the former king of pirates, Gold Roger. First, he met Kobe and kicked this bitch's ass. Then he recruited a swordsman called Zoro and kicked this guy's ass. Then he recruited Nami and kicked this guy's ass. Then he recruited Usopp and kicked this guy's ass. And he recruited Sanji and kicked this guy's ass. And he kicked this guy's ass. And officially recruited Nami. And they ran away from this guy and he got saved by this guy. And they went to the Grand Line. They are called the Straw Hats after Luffy's straw hat, which was given to him by his mentor Shanks. Pasta Saga. The crew arrived at the Grand Line. They met a whale and befriended him. Then they met two guys and went with them to an island. Oh no, they are part of a mysterious organization. Oh no, she's a princess. And that guy is ruining her country. Oh no, two giants. Oh yes, they're our friends. Oh no, Nami is sick. Oh yeah, a cute raccoon. Nami got treated and Chopper joined the crew. Let's go to Alabasta. Gay. Ace is awesome. Round 1. Round 2. Finally, the crew saw a ship falling from the sky. They went to investigate it and found out about an island called Skypiea. They went to get information about the island because Zoro got the ass handed to them by a guy called Bellamy, voluntarily because he's not worth the effort of fighting.
Oh my dude, you just got pranked!
And Blackbeard showed up, by the way. Robin found out that a guy called Cricket have information about the island. They went to his house and found out that he was a descendant of a guy called Nolan the Liar. Cricket told them how to get to the island, however he got his ass kicked by Bellamy. So Luffy one-punched man Bellamy and got Cricket's money back. The crew floated into the island like a water park and found out that this bitch is oppressing the island and wanted to destroy it. So Luffy did the huge and kicked his ass, and Cricket found out that the world wasn't lying. The Straw Hat arrived at an island called Water 7 in order to fix their ship. And most of the money got stolen by those guys. And Robin got taken by those guys. And Luffy wanted to replace the Going Merry, so he fought with Usopp, and Usopp left the crew. And the mayor of the town got shot and the Straw Hat got framed for his shooting. And all of this turns out to be orchestrated by a government organization called CP9. Because they wanted a blueprint of an ancient weapon, which turns out to be with this guy. Then they took Robin to Eni's lobby and Luffy was like... And Robin was like... Then Luffy was like... And Robin got saved and Usopp joined the crew. The Straw Hat wanted to go to Fishman Island. In their way, they ran to a place called Florian Triangle. There, they met a dead skeleton called Brook. And Luffy was like... And Brook was like... And apparently, Brook's shadow got stolen by a guy called Keko Moria, who was a warlord of the sea. And what do you know, the crew went to his ship Thrill Park, which is filled with zombies and crazy scary movies references. Anyway, after a lot of struggling and fighting Luffy's shadow, they managed to kick his ass. Everybody got his shadow back, but suddenly another warlord called Akuma showed up. And everybody was unconscious except Zoro. So, Zoro, can you tell us what happened here? Straw Hat wanted to go to Fishman Island. In their way, they ran to a mermaid and this guy, and they found out in order to go to Fishman Island, they need to code their ship. So they went into a place called Sabaody. In there, they encountered a group called the Celestial Dragons, and apparently they are a big deal. The mermaid got kidnapped and sold to a Celestial Dragon. So Luffy was like... Then the Straw Hat met Rayleigh, Gold Roger, right-hand man. The Navy showed up and wrecked the living shit out of the Straw Hats. But they got saved by Akuma and Rayleigh. Luffy ended up in an island full of girls who almost pulled out his penis. Luffy befriended their queen and went to save his brother Ace, who was about to get executed. Luffy arrived at Impel Down. In there, he met Buggy. Yeah. He fought against the guy who suffered from severe diarrhea and... The Luffy got saved by an interesting group of people, and after a lot of struggling and meeting Crocodile of all people and befriending Jinbei, Luffy managed to get out of Impel Down. The White-Beard pirate arrived at Marineford in order to save Ace, and they start fighting with the Navy. Then Luffy showed up, and after an intense battle, Ace got saved. Or did he? Then Blackbeard showed up, and Whitebeard died. Then Shanks showed up. What is this arc, man? Then Shanks was like, either you stop this war or you face me. And the Navy was like, the Straw Hat came back to Sabaody, and they all got stronger. Then the Navy showed up, and Luffy was like... Then the Straw Hat arrived to Fishman Island. Finally, in there they found out some bandits who are addicted to drugs taking over the island. The Straw Hats flexed their new powers and beat the living shit out of them. And the island returned to the rightful owner. And Luffy had a talk with Big Mom. The Straw Hat arrived at a strange island called Punk Hazard. In there they ran into Law, who is one of Luffy's rivals. They are called the Worst Generation. In there they found out a factory who produced artificial devil fruits, and some crazy scientists who are trying experiments on children. Of course, the Straw Hats destroyed the factory. Then Doflamingo showed up, and all crazy stuff started happening. Straw Hat went to Doflamingo's island, Dressrosa. In there, they found out that Doflamingo framed the king for a crime and took over his place. Why this story sounds familiar? The Straw Hat fought against Doflamingo's family, and Luffy met his brother, the other one, and Luffy finally faced against Doflamingo, and he unlocked Super Saiyan Gear 4. Yep. And beat the living shit out of Doflamingo. Luffy found out that Sanji's family forced him into a wedding with Big Mom's daughter. Apparently they are a group of bandits who terrorize the sea. Luffy went to Whole Cake Island in order to save Sanji. In there they ran into Big Mom's daughter, who apparently are a good girl, or a bad girl, or a good girl again. Then Luffy faced off against one of Big Mom's sons, and apparently she have a lot of them, Katakuri. And after a lot of struggling, Luffy managed to beat him and saved Sanji and his family from Big Mom. The Straw Hat went to the land of Wano, and there they found out that Kaido, the Emperor of the Sea, killed the righteous king and took over his place and started wreaking havoc on Wano. I'm starting to see a pattern here. Luffy got pissed off because he thought Kaido killed his friends, and he faced against them, and he got wrecked in the process. Luffy went to jail and trained there and went to face off Kaido with his allies. And there they met a hot girl called Yamato. And Luffy, Zoro and his two rivals start facing against Kaido and Big Mom, who apparently had an alliance with Kaido. And I'm gonna stop here in order to avoid manga spoilers. Thank you so much for watching.